This is how I study. Okay, so the acid-base balance, right? We talked about the chemical buffer systems already, and we talked about bicarbonate buffer system. We're gonna go on to the brainstem respiratory centers now that acts within 1 to 3 minutes. Okay, so the respiratory regulation of hydrogen. We have respiratory system is a physiological buffer, controls elimination of carbon dioxide, okay? Now, you eliminate carbon dioxide by breathing in and out. Okay, now a reversible equilibrium exists in the blood. Again, we have this equation up here, okay? Now, during CO2 unloading, the reaction shifts to the left, right? The reaction shifts to the left, and hydrogen is incorporated into H2O. Now, during CO2 loading, the reaction shifts to the right, and hydrogen is buffered by proteins. Now, increase in ventilation, right? Increase in ventilation, okay? Because remember, respiratory regulation of hydrogen is basically controlling the elimination of carbon dioxide. Now, that is through breathing, like I said. Now, if you increase ventilation, that decreases carbon dioxide here, all right? So that will create alkaline in the blood, right? Alkaline. That will create a high pH, which is alkaline blood. Now, if you decrease ventilation, that increases carbon dioxide, which increases hydrogen, which decreases pH and makes it acidic. Okay, again with the pH. Okay, so again with the pH scale, right? Decrease hydrogen, increase pH here. So we're shifting to the left, all right? Becomes alkalosis. Now, if we have an increase in hydrogen and a decrease in pH, that's the venous blood, right? And that creates acidosis or acidic, right, in the blood. That is, what is that called? That is decreasing ventilation. So this is decreasing ventilation, increasing ventilation. Okay, so again, the respiratory system can compensate for imbalances, okay? Now, it can compensate for imbalances. Central chemoreceptors respond to high carbon dioxide or low pH, trigger increase in breathing. More CO2 is removed from the blood, and hydrogen concentration is reduced. Now, high pH or low CO2 decrease breathing. Less carbon dioxide is removed from the blood and hydrogen concentration increases. Okay, so the other thing respiratory does is it can cause imbalances. So it can compensate and it can cause imbalances. Respiratory system impairment causes acid-base imbalances by hypoventilation, respiratory acidosis, that is obstruction. Let me put it on a better view there. There we go. And then hyperventilation is respiratory alkalosis. Now, patient can stop doing this, which means respiratory system does not compensate for this, okay? Now, like I said earlier, respiratory system can compensate or it can cause imbalances, all right? Now, hypoventilation is respiratory acidosis, okay? Okay, so hypoventilation, right, can cause respiratory acidosis. Remember that, okay? Hypoventilation increases partial pressure of CO2 with a right shift and an increase in hydrogen with a decrease in pH. Hypoventilation can cause a condition called respiratory acidosis.